I'm Brooke Roberts Islam. I'm a sustainability and fashion technology writer and consultant. In 2015, I founded the Techstyler blog to fill a gap in coverage of how science and technology are changing the fashion industry. After 5 years, it's time to open up the Techstyler platform to a new generation of talents to interview and write about their peers and share with the Techstyler community how the next generation are changing the fashion industry and proposing radical new ways in which fashion can be designed, made, and consumed. I'm delighted to announce that Hannah Prince, a fashion menswear graduate who showcased her graduate collection in a fashion game launched on Twitch earlier this year, is launching the Techstyler YouTube series In Conversation with Hannah, where she will speak to pioneering fashion creatives to find out the tools, technologies, and processes behind their work to share with the Techstyler community. Hannah, tell us a bit more about your background, your current work, and what we can expect from your new YouTube series for Techstyler In Conversation with Hannah.
Hi, nice to meet you all. My name's Hannah Prince, and as Brooke mentioned, I recently graduated from Ravensbourne University. I specialised in menswear design. I'm originally from a small town up north called Spalding, if anybody knows it. Recently, I think in the last 6 months, because of COVID, my whole pathway into the fashion industry has changed. I've stepped a lot into fashion technology. I'm currently working on a startup called Flair Fashion. It's a multi-brand e-commerce site for young and aspiring designers to showcase their work and make a little bit of money for it. And so, yeah, that's one of the ventures that I'm on at the moment, and also In Conversation with Hannah. I feel that the fashion world is constantly changing and it's so hard for us to keep up. And so I wanted to create a socially and environmentally conscious platform where you guys can find access to all the tools and solutions for you to be more sustainable yourself. So I'll be talking to a lot of people that are really pushing the fashion industry right now. And yeah, I'll be presenting an interview with them on the last Sunday of every month. So I want there to be an open line of communication between you and myself. So at 5 o'clock when the video is uploaded, I'll be live on YouTube for an hour to answer any questions that you have following the video. I'll be posting on the Instagram in the lead up to the release of the video. Please feel free to comment any questions that you'd like me to ask the interviewer, or just any topics you'd like us to go over. So I'm excited to have you guys there.
So, Hannah, in the last year, you've gone through a huge transition as a creative and as a menswear designer, where you were working in a manual way, doing everything by the traditional pattern cutting and garment making methods. And in the last 6 months, you've switched that to a way of designing digitally, to presenting your collection in a game. What's the evolution that you've made as a designer, and how is that going to influence how you approach In Conversation with Hannah?
I have had to change quite a lot over the last year. I started university very excited for my final year, where I'd be able to make, traditionally made collection. And unfortunately, due to COVID, that I wasn't able to do it. And one of my tutors, he's amazing, shout out to Adam, he came up with the idea of us presenting our collections digitally. I feel like the shift in fashion has happened well, it's been there, but I think COVID has really elevated the fact that the industry kind of needs to move more into the digital realm to uphold their presence. I feel like COVID's taught us that the only things that are constant is online and social media. And so I feel that, a lot of students right now that are graduating, they're realizing that there's not many jobs available for them, and they're seeing this transition happen, and maybe they're feeling like they need to upskill, or maybe their education in fashion design is almost a bit expired, and maybe feeling a bit nervous about this transition. And because I've done it myself, I can understand the struggle that you're going through, and that's really why I wanted to bring In Conversation to you, to ease that stress, or like, oh, what do I do? Where can I find these skills? How can I build on these skills? And that's exactly what we're here to do, with some amazing industry specialists that will, give you the know-how on all of these great tools and technology that you can use yourself.
Amazing. Can't wait. And I think that's the thing, isn't it? Is just having access to the right tools at the right time and then upskilling. It's incredible what you and your peers have done in the last 6 months. You've taught yourself software that you'd never even heard of. You know, you presented your collection in a game, you know, a video game. Like, it's extraordinary. And sometimes we talk in the industry about shifting ways of working and new technologies and new developments, and they take years for big brands. But I feel like you and your peers and a whole range of other creatives out there are just grabbing these technologies and just getting on with it. And I think we need to hear about how and you know, and how you're managing that and what that can mean for all the other creatives out there. So excited about this series. Can who your first interviewee is going to be?
So my first interviewee will be Kostas Kazantsis. He is a 3D designer over at the FIA. I feel there's been a lot of movement at the moment with AR, and he definitely is working within that realm. He's very interested in immersive experiences and just on the overall how we consume fashion and how far digital fashion can go. I'll be discussing with him the question, do we need to buy fashion anymore? You know, the digital fashion house Fabricant, and they have explicitly said that they will not be making clothes, actual physical clothes. And so for me, in this past 6 months of me transitioning into, you know, from traditional fashion methods to fashion tech methods, I've realized that there's a lot of business going on online in terms of fashion where there's not actually the physical piece with you. You know, skins, again, like I said, Fabricant. And it does bring forth that question, you know, do we need to buy fashion anymore? And so I really would love to know his thoughts and opinions on this topic. He seems like a great talent and a great guy. So I'm very excited to speak with him.
Yeah, I'm really excited too, like particularly because he's got a background in computer science and in fashion marketing. He's got this incredible mix of skills. Very recent graduate as well, I think just last year. So like a new pioneering talent. So, you know, like yourself. So it's going to be amazing. So, final words on In Conversation with Hannah, any kind of wrap up points or things that we need to know and mark in our diaries?
Main dates for you guys to jot down is that it will be on the last Sunday of every month. I'll be uploading the video at 5 p.m. on those days. Between 5 and 6 p.m. I'll also be live for you to ask any questions following the video. And please do follow us on the Techstyler Instagram. I will again leave the handle in the description bar. If you've got any questions, leave your questions on the comment section on the Instagram as well. And yeah, I will see you on the 29th of November at 5 p.m.
Oh, wait. It's going to be so exciting.
Neither can I. It's very exciting, very exciting.
Thanks, Hannah. Well, we'll see you for your session with Kostas soon, and also on the Techstyler Instagram page in the lead up.
Definitely. See you guys there.